everyone, it's Holly, and today I'm back with a sunset look. And for this look, I used the Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2 from Morphe, and this was my first time using this, so it was absolutely crazy that I feel like it turned out this fun, and I'm absolutely obsessed with how this came out. This is my first time ever even trying like a sunset kind of look, so I really enjoyed it. And it's also a halo eye, which is like not my usual thing, so just jumping out of what I normally do. And anyways, without further ado, if you want to see how I created this look, then I will get right on into it. So hopefully it takes me a lot less time to do this eye than it took me this eye, because I feel like it took me a solid hour. But I'm going into the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, going into this color called No Joke. And I'm just going to run this all over near the brow bone. We're going all the way into like one big circle. Honestly, I don't know if I should technically be doing the darker colors first. I feel like maybe that probably would have been a better idea, but that's not how I did the first eye, so I don't want to mess it up, so I'm just going to do it exactly the same. Then just going into Feelin' Myself, taking that right underneath that yellow color. Doesn't need to be the most perfect thing ever, because I swear I feel like I was blending this out over and over again. You know, this is actually going a lot smoother this time around. So on my other eye, I started off doing this color called Next, but then I actually realized I liked Crazy more. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that one instead, and it might make my eye look slightly different, but that's the risk I'm willing to take because that color looked so much better. And honestly, like I said, I went over it so many times that I don't even think it matters. I think I might take this with a smaller brush actually. This is like way too fluffy for what I'm trying to do. Okay, there we go. That's working so much better. I don't feel like I'm going to mess this whole thing up anymore. Now going into Not My Journey. We're just repeating the same exact steps we've been doing everywhere else, but this one I want to build up a little bit because this color kind of blends in with that red. Kind of lose a little bit of that purple pigment, so. And also make sure you get that on the inner corner so you can really get that halo eye effect. We're gonna kind of like redo these colors by working our way up, kind of blending them all out in circular motions like this. Just going through. I feel like I'm liking this eye so much more. That is so unfair. So going back into the shade Crazy and going above that purple and just blending this out. I can't believe I haven't used Morphe palettes before. Like, I'm absolutely in shock. I don't know why I haven't used them before, because seriously, these formulas are amazing and I've been missing out. I feel like they're so affordable too, because they're like that medium. They're not drugstore, but they're not like super high end. It's just like that perfect in between. Going back into that orange color called Feelin' Myself and just bringing that up as well. Continuing the same steps that I did last time. Basically just rebuilding up all those colors and just making that nice gradient effect. Actually going back into that purple, and I'm kind of bringing this area up because when I do the cut crease, I want the purple to show and I want it to be above, so you got like a nice line. I think I just wasn't having that up enough. Also going into that red color, and I can always come in after the cut crease and kind of fix that as well. I might actually use, I don't normally do this. I don't know if this is a good idea. Yeah, no, I don't trust myself with the makeup wipes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the cut crease, and I'm using my Magic Star concealer in like the, okay, so it's in CO, which is just like a pure white. I feel like this is the perfect thing to use for a cut crease. I'll start here and kind of build it up from there. Then open my eye, and then just following that natural line where my crease is. And yeah, this is turning it like solid purple, but right now I'm just kind of letting that happen because I'm just going to kind of make the shape of it first, and then I'm going to go through and put like a bunch of product on here and just lighten it up as much as I possibly can. So now I'm just going back into No Joke, and we're gonna pack this all over the center of that lid and just cover up like most of the space. I feel like maybe I should have made it a little bit more white just to make this pop out a little bit more, but that's okay. Okay, so now that the yellow is kind of covering all of that, we're gonna go back into the orange, that Feeling Myself shade, and we're just going to take that right next to the yellow. And right now I'm just kind of laying down the colors, and then we'll kind of blend them out a little bit more. And like obviously you can go back into that yellow and kind of like pat, like I don't know how to explain it, but I kind of like blend these two together, going like patting motions, kind of going side to side like that. And then going back into Crazy, we're gonna go on the other end of that orange and doing that same thing, like just packing down the color, packing it into the orange, and then kind of like wiping off the brush and doing the same thing, kind of rubbing those two colors together. Actually, I'm gonna grab a little tiny bit more orange. There we go. And just kind of like, it's a lot of like rebuilding color up and fixing it just to get that nice blend. This look definitely takes a lot of maintenance. That's the unfortunate part, but I feel like the end result is so worth it. Going back into Not My Journey, that same purple shade, and we're just really going to pack that on that outer corner, give it that nice pop of purple. I feel like you lose that purple throughout the look, so I'm gonna kind of run it through. Doing the same thing I did before, going back into Crazy, that red color, and re-blending that in. Like, I'm packing on so much shadow right now. I don't even know if this is like the right thing to do, but it works and I feel like it's so pretty, so I don't even care. And the same thing, going back into that orange color, that just looks so much more blended. And then that lovely yellow in the very center. Then I'm just going to grab this Talia shade, I think that's what it's called, and I'm actually just going to rub my finger through that, and I'm going to go through that center and just add that over the yellow shade just to kind of make that pop a little bit more. I don't know, maybe I used a different one because I actually dug into my ColourPop X's and O's palette using 20 something, which is right here on the inner part for the yellow, then using Rookie for the orange part, and then going on the end and using Easy Go for the side. And I'm only doing, oh, there's no mirror on this. That's not gonna work. So this is going into that yellow. Okay, yeah, that works way better. That's what I must have used on the other eye, is this yellow sparkly shade. And then using Rookie for the other orange part, and going into Easy Go and going on the outer corner, the outer and the inner corners, so that way you're really getting like a sparkly, shiny moment right here. I'm just throwing on like a very small amount of liquid liner on the top, and just kind of letting that dry, and then I'm just gonna throw on a little bit of mascara to prep them for the lashes. And then after I do all of this, I'm just going to complete the face, and then we're like almost done with this. And even though this video is probably only gonna be like 12 minutes long or so, like this took me way longer than that. Okay, so I finished up this side and I'm really liking it, so hopefully I can recreate it accurately. So I'm gonna start off with No Joke. Actually, no, I lied. I forgot to do the eyeliner first. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner in the shade Perversion. I'm just going to run that through the waterline, and then we're going to go into No Joke, and we're going to run that right in the inner corner, and I did not pick up enough color. Okay, so really making that inner corner pop, and I kind of want to wrap this yellow around to kind of attach to the one that goes all the way around, so it makes like kind of one nice big circle. So we're just gonna go about halfway, and then we're gonna go into Feeling Myself, something like that. Okay, so then we're gonna go on that middle part and basically grabbing all those same colors and making a nice little gradient here. And then doing Crazy, which was that dark, like cranberry-ish red color. Running that all the way through, and I kind of want to, on this one, honestly, like I kind of went through and really lightly went all the way through just to kind of like smudge that eyeliner a little bit and just darken it near that area. Then going into that purple color and just deepening. There we go, that kind of took care of that little whoops that I made. So doing the outer corner, then going through and just kind of softening up those edges. Cool, so I actually just used like an actual highlighter for my highlight like usual, which is from my Platinum Ice palette from Jeffree Star, and going into Canary Bling right here, just going into that inner corner and really packing that on, making it super, super bright. And then just taking my highly rated Milani mascara just to run that through those lower lashes. So I'm going to pop on some lashes and throw a lip on, and then I'll show you the completed look. And this is the completed sunset look that I made using mostly the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 Morphe palette. This is the first time that I've ever used this palette before, aside from me just like swatching it on my arm. I am absolutely obsessed with this. This is the perfect summer palette, and I feel like I got the perfect hair for it. Like I just got my hair done and I was like, this is the palette that I want to dig into and see what it looks like with these colors. I hope that you enjoyed this look. If you want to see more tutorials from me and other just like fun makeup related content, then please like this video and make sure to subscribe to see more videos from me, and I will see you again later. Bye!